YouTube family, I talked about holiday stress and anxiety in children and adolescents in the last video. You can find a link to that video in the description down below or in the card up here. So check it out. In that video, I promised to follow up with a video with some tips to help children cope with holiday stress and anxiety. So let's get to it with the first tip. Number 1, stick to routines. The holidays can throw a monkey wrench in our regular routines. For children, especially children who rely heavily on routine and a set schedule, this can trigger anxiety. Supporting children through changes in their everyday routines is so important, but frequently overlooked. So try keeping hobbies and meals, sleep and exercise sports routines as much as possible. Number 2, have a plan. Keep the kids informed about what they can expect during the holiday festivities and activities like waiting in long lines and during large crowds, going somewhere with a lot of unfamiliar faces, and will they be expected to make small talk and interact with peers and adults? If your children are sensory sensitive, it can help to prepare them from a sensory standpoint. Letting them know in advance what will be happening is a pretty simple yet useful tip, but it's even more powerful when combined with finding and exploring ways they can opt out or take a break if necessary. This might mean picking a spot for them to go to if they're feeling overwhelmed or overstimulated. Tip number 3, avoid overscheduling. Look, holiday festivities can become overwhelming. Your family is not an NBA team playing a 5-game stretch of away games, so avoid overscheduling. This should be considered by parents at home, but it's something educators should be mindful of too. And whether at home or school, it may be helpful to decline or cancel an event or two or more. If possible, try limiting the number of parties, gatherings, and festivities you attend so your children and you aren't overextended or overwhelmed. Try giving priority to events that are absolutely mandatory and mostly with people you and your children feel comfortable around. Want another piece of advice that can help you narrow down which festivities to attend? Kids are extremely honest, especially when they feel they're in a space that's emotionally safe. So ask them what events they're looking forward to most. They'll tell you, and it helps keep them involved in the process. Tip number 4, quiet time and fresh air. Look, we all know the holiday season is extremely busy and loud, so try scheduling quiet time deliberately. Remember, instruction doesn't just occur in the classroom, so silent reading and arts and crafts can be very calming. And look, they don't even have to read material for school. It's winter break, it's the holiday season. Pull out the comic books or the articles about their favorite sports teams or video games. Also, if the weather permits, fresh air can elevate the mood and promote physical activity. But I'll talk about that more in a minute. Number 5, eat mindfully. Try your best to maintain healthy eating habits during the holidays. Trust me, I get it. Given the long, eventful days, long nights, late nights, busy schedules, and a house full of calorie-rich foods and holiday snacks and desserts loaded with extra sugar, it's really easy for children and families to forget proper nutrition. So be mindful of what you're eating and what your children are eating to fuel their bodies to limit the effects of exhaustion, irritability, and other unwanted side effects that are the result of poor food choices. And I'm not trying to be the fun police by saying you and the kids can enjoy those sugar cookies, that sweet potato pie, or that triple cheese mac and cheese. You can, and you should, but in moderation. Try bringing some healthy snacks when running holiday errands and limit eating sweets to the actual holiday or special events and festivities like get-togethers or parties. Number 6, KIM, keep it moving. Remember, it's easy to forget to move during the holidays. It's a time of the year, winter break in particular, where it's tempting to let the kids stay in the house, sleep in later than usual, spend the day in front of the TV or computer, or stay glued to their phones while you run holiday errands or go about your day. But remember, a lack of physical activity, especially when combined with poor nutrition, can lead to children feeling lethargic, impatient, irritable, and even depressed. Exercise and activity are critical for maintaining our mood and can alleviate stress and anxiety. So try finding some time to fit in some fun activities to keep the heart rate up. Also, one thing that helps children and adolescents stay active during the holidays is getting them involved in winter sports. Because there's nothing like a hard 2-hour basketball practice after 4 days of cake, pie, yams, turkey, mac and cheese, and cookies have piled up in their stomachs. And last but not least, be an example. There's many ways children learn to navigate life's many challenges, but few things are more potent learning tool than watching how adults closest to them handle adversity. So if you don't think they're learning how to navigate holiday stress and anxiety from the example you set, you're wrong. The way you handle stress and anxiety can set the tone for how your children will behave. If you let holiday stress overwhelm you, your children will definitely pick up on it, and they may begin to identify the holidays as a time of stress and anxiety rather than a time of joy, happiness, thanks, family, and fun. YouTube family, I hope this video was helpful to you or someone you know. Listen, I've worked with so many children who, unfortunately, find it difficult to enjoy the holidays because it brings about negative memories and emotions, and that's okay. Because it doesn't mean us adults can't do our due diligence to learn more about our children, how they feel about the holidays, and come up with strategies to help them cope with holiday stress and anxiety. If you like this video, make sure you show it by hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. And after you do that, make sure you leave a comment down below because I want to know what's on your mind. In the meantime, you already know what to do. Make sure you take care of yourselves and one another. Peace.